How often do you study grammar? Daily, weekly, monthly, occasionally, or sometimes? And how often do you get stuck in difficult concepts? Usually, rarely, or never. I believe you study grammar daily and rarely find the concepts intriguing. Friends, my name is Hemant Singh Rana and you're watching in Live in English, making the language entertaining, lively and functional. In the brief conversation with you so far, I have used a number of adverbs. The words in red on your screen are some of the adverbs of frequency that we generally use in our daily communication. In case you have been finding adverbs of frequency difficult to understand or you want to know more about them, then your search ends here. In this lesson, we are going to undertake a comprehensive study of adverbs of frequency, wherein we will study what these adverbs are and how these are used correctly. So let's get started. Adverbs of frequency tell us how often we do things or how often things happen. In simple words, these adverbs tell us the frequency with which an action or event happens and answer the question how often. Let's see some examples to understand this. I always try to be punctual. How often do I try to be punctual? Always. We rarely talk to strangers. How often do we talk to strangers? Rarely. They seldom go on an outing. How often do they go on an outing? Seldom. They occasionally visit us. How often do they visit us? Occasionally. I never like to work till late. How often do I work till late? Never. Steve frequently inquires about our well-being. How often does Steve inquire? Frequently. Keep the phrase how often in your mind and you will easily recognize the adverb of frequency in a sentence. Such adverbs are of two types, definite and indefinite. Definite adverbs of frequency tell us exactly how often something happens. Daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, etc. are some of the adverbs that express definite frequency. For example, children go to school daily. A review meeting is held weekly. We are paid monthly. The chess tournament is organized yearly. In all the examples, the frequency of respective actions was definite and exact. However, if we do not know the exact time when an action happens, we use adverbs of indefinite frequency. Adverbs such as seldom, occasionally, usually, sometimes, etc. talk about the frequency which is not definite. Let's see some sentences. I usually work hard during exams. We sometimes party at weekends. Martha occasionally inquires about my well-being. They seldom inform us about their plans. Now we understand what adverbs of frequency are. Let's see a comprehensive list of such adverbs that we use frequently. Hourly, nightly, daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly or annually, always, never, ever, hardly ever, scarcely ever, seldom, sometimes, occasionally, often, usually, rarely, periodically, regularly, constantly, continuously, continually, eventually, frequently, generally, normally, intermittently, nearly, and so on. Most adverbs of frequency take the mid position and go before the main verb. However, adverbs of definite frequency such as daily, hourly, weekly, or once, twice, two times, etc. usually go at the end of a sentence. For example, Do you come to the park daily? We review our performance monthly. The fee has to be paid annually. She repeated the experiment 3 times. Always, often, and never are the 3 most frequently used adverbs of indefinite frequency. These usually go in mid-position, but when we want to make our sentences emphatic, we can put them in the front position, as in, always it is freezing cold here. Never have I seen him relaxing. Often I see him in the park. When we are giving instructions or commands, in that case too, we can put always and never in the front position, as in, always come to the office on time. Never break the rules of the game. Always treat your seniors with respect. Never leave the door unlocked. Never itself is a negative word. Therefore, it should not be used with another negative. However, ever is mainly used with negative words. For example, I have never been to Europe. I haven't ever been to Europe. You never take me on an outing. You hardly ever take me on an outing. You will never learn from your mistakes. You will never ever learn from your mistakes. Ever with negative words lay more emphasis on the central idea and make our sentences more emphatic. Let's see how. No one has ever talked to me like this. I never ever want to see you again. You hardly ever listen to me. Nothing ever happens at this place. Phrase if ever can go before a subject, as in, if ever he comes here, let me know. If ever you need my help, get in touch with me. We need to place adverbs carefully, as these can sometimes go after the subject and before a negative auxiliary, and with this, the meaning can change. Let's see how. We don't always go for a walk. It means we sometimes don't go for a walk. We always don't go for a walk. Here it means we usually don't go for a walk. I don't often have any work pending. It means I seldom have work pending. I often don't have any work pending. It means I usually have some work pending. Seldom and rarely are mostly used in formal communication. In informal communication, we use not often. For example, I am seldom available at the weekend. I am not often available at the weekend. Steve rarely finishes work on time. Steve not often finishes work on time. Normally, generally, usually, sometimes, occasionally, and frequently go in front or end position. When we use these adverbs at the beginning, we generally put a comma after them. For example, normally it's a 4-hour drive to London. The office is functioning normally. We don't work at the weekends generally. Generally, they don't meet people after office hours. He visits London frequently. My friends give me surprise sometimes. Mark has the habit of reviewing the work occasionally. Sometimes is quite widely used, and that too wrongly. In negative auxiliary, sometimes should always come before it, not after it. Let's see some examples. I sometimes can't understand the process. It sometimes isn't easy to get there. I sometimes don't get time at weekends. We can use a phrase with words every, most, some, etc. to express frequency. These phrases can go at the front or end position. For example, every day we go for a run. You can check with me every 2 hours. Some mornings I don't feel like going to the office. Most of the time she is not reachable. He stays home most days. So friends, that's it in this lesson. I hope all your doubts related to adverbs of frequency are clear now. In case there is any, please feel free to get in touch with me. The next lesson will be on adverbs of degree. I'll be back with you soon. Till then, keep learning, keep growing. Goodbye.